I think, since Diddy was arrested and the idea of his parties, people have been clamoring for additional names, other celebrities to now be pulled into that. And JayZ is one of the biggest celebrities so far. It's pulled into it. So yeah, people were kind of waiting for a moment like this.
And if you listen to his lawyers, some of the things that they said that were pretty interesting is he's not a target. He's not a probe or things of this at the criminal investigation because
leaked emails have just revealed something shocking. JayZ reportedly begged Diddy to burn some footage. Not delete it, not hide it, burn it. The messages mention private events, unaware guests being recorded, and the kind of scandal that could destroy reputations. If JayZ was that desperate, what could possibly be on those tapes? Stick with me once we unpack this. You'll see how deep this really goes.
Thank you for staying up late. It's about that time to kick it off for The Factor Uncensored, and we want to welcome you for joining us tonight. We start off with news that has social media, politicians, and fans in an uproar. Billionaire rapper JayZ is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl along with Sean P. Diddy Combs. A Jane Doe in a lawsuit says the assault happened at an after party that was following the MTV Video Music Awards in New York City back in 2000. JayZ responded with a statement on X calling the allegations idiotic and an attempt at blackmail by a prominent Houston attorney that we all know, Tony Busby, who represents that Jane Doe in the lawsuit today. He filed a motion, that being JayZ, to dismiss the lawsuit. Busby also released a statement last night saying he sent a demand letter in an attempt to settle this case, and his client in the so-called blackmail attempt didn't talk about money in that demand letter. He also requested that the accuser identify herself publicly. That being from JayZ. Joining us to talk.
The emails tell a wild story. It began with a digital leak no one expected, just a small crack that's now pulling back the curtain on what might be hip-hop's biggest hidden scandal. A set of emails, reportedly taken from a confiscated backup server, ended up on a lockdown message board before exploding across Reddit and X, and right at the center, JayZ, Diddy, and a warning that's got people seriously rattled. 1. Email hits hard, short and direct, supposedly from JayZ to Diddy. It says, "You really need to burn that footage." Other emails in the thread talk about a private gathering, guests unaware they were filmed, and the looming danger if it ever got out. One haunting line stands out. They didn't sign anything. This could end on.
We have a statute that allows, when you're talking about sexual assault, you can file as a Jane Doe, or you don't have to name a person if you don't want to. Is it normal? No, but the law allows it. So, normally that does not happen. Now, one of the things that I think came out, JayZ's statement that flat out said, fair is fair. You're suing me. Let me know who my accuser is. Stop being anonymous. Show your damn face. Show yourself. Because in America, we are allowed to face our accusers. And so you have filed a suit against me anonymously. The damage is done. Everybody is talking about my reputation. I need to now know who you are, and I think that's fair. I really do, because he should be allowed to do his research. Was this 13-year-old girl actually at the party? Was he there at the same time at the party? Where the heck were this person's parents? How can I fight these allegations if I don't know who you are? So, is it normal? Yes. Is it?
Email thread dates back to 2016, a year repeatedly linked to secret gatherings, sealed court cases, and whispers people were too afraid to speak out loud until now. The timing of this resurfaced email, right in the middle of an ongoing federal probe into Diddy's hidden storage and seized hard drives, only adds fuel to the fire. Naturally, one question is on everyone's mind. Is this legit? Could JayZ really have urged Diddy to destroy evidence tied to some of the biggest figures in music and entertainment? That's where things turn both technical and troubling. So, what are the experts saying? Cybersecurity analysts are now working to confirm the leak's authenticity. And the findings so far, disturbingly solid. Metadata points to matching IPs and timestamps consistent with Roc Nation's known email servers from that time. One expert even confirmed the formatting, headers, and digital signatures line up with legitimate internal messages from verified artist teams.
You know, again, a 13-year-old is not going to have the bravery to come forward at that time. So nobody should, shame a 13-year-old girl for going through something traumatic.
We just want to know if it's true.
If it's true or not. Yeah. And then how can you prove it? And that's going to be a difficult task.
Yoji, your thoughts on this?
I think one thing that Mr. Busby has in his favor is the standard by which the civil courts are going to have to weigh this. It's not a criminal case. They don't have to prove this beyond a reasonable doubt. They have to prove it by the preponderance of the evidence. And this means...
And for the average viewer who doesn't know what that means, what does that mean?
That just means that you have to prove more likely than not that it happened, tipping the scale to, let's say, 51% in your favor with respect to the evidentiary standard. Now, Mr. Busby had a press conference a few months back, and during that press conference, he stated that the civil lawsuits that he was moving forward with were ones that were vetted by his office. He stated that he hired an investigator, that investigator gathered further corroborating evidence. And so I'm very curious to see what corroborating evidence he has that he thinks can meet that.
There's a watermark linked to email archiving software said to be used by Diddy team before the raid, a small detail with big implications. It suggests the emails may have come from a seized server or device, possibly leaked by someone with inside access. One anonymous security expert said if it's fake, it's the most convincing they have seen. If it's real, they're in serious trouble. There's no official word yet from the DOJ or the celebs involved, but experts aren't brushing it off. This isn't fan fiction, it looks like real high-stakes communication about destroying evidence tied to secret recordings or worse. So what exactly was on that footage? Let's get into it.
Well, I spoke with the law professor last week about this very issue about Jane Does, if they're going to be able to proceed anonymously. Busby has filed, I think he's at 20 cases right now with all Jane or John Doe plaintiffs, and it's kind of a mixed bag. Individual judges are determining if those cases can proceed anonymously. And so far, 2 judges have ruled, nope, you can't. Other judges have said, sure, right, as of right now, until something changes, you can proceed anonymously. So it is kind of a 50-50 chance on what these judges will decide. In the JayZ case with this 13-year-old accuser.
And another element of this which has been quite confusing is that there is another unnamed celebrity included in the lawsuit, celebrity B, a female celebrity who's allegedly in the room when the alleged assault took place and stands back and watches. Cheyenne, there's been no indication as to who that is, has there?
No, there hasn't. I mean, and also an amended complaint could drop today with the name of that woman. So it is kind of a wait and see. Maybe that person already has received a similar demand letter from Busby's firm and they have, agreed to come to some
footage were they talking about? The wording in the emails isn't just vague, it's clearly paranoid. Terms like recordings after 2 a.m. footage and even night vision suggests something very specific. Whatever was on those tapes wasn't just a random party video, this wasn't a selfie gone wrong. These were recordings from private events, and some may have been filmed without the guests even knowing they were being watched. Next
new hour here on Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that JayZ is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit, and the new allegations are just coming out this evening. JayZ is being accused of raping a minor along with Diddy at a MTV VMAs after party back in 2000, according to documents obtained by Fox News Digital tonight. The lawsuit, which was initially filed back in October, was refiled tonight in New York by an anonymous accuser claiming JayZ, whose full name is Sean Carter, raped her while Combs and celebrity B watched. So that other celebrity was not named. Initially, the lawsuit stated Combs raped the minor while celebrity A and celebrity B watched. Carter was named as celebrity A in the refiled lawsuit. Representatives for JayZ did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital request for comment. Combs and Carter allegedly, quote, took
Insiders have whispered for years about Diddy's infamous no-phone parties, the kind of exclusive invite-only nights where phones were taken at the door, NDAs were handed out, and whatever happened inside stayed inside. Except maybe it didn't, because if these leaked emails are real, it means cameras were rolling the whole time, possibly hidden, possibly secret, and no one knew. One of the most alarming lines in the leak says they didn't sign anything. This could end all of us. That suggests guests were filmed without consent, and that the footage could be damaging enough to ruin several reputations. Some think this ties directly to 2016 events, including a yacht party named in sealed court files from the same year when multiple young women came forward only for their cases to be quietly closed or settled. And that leads to a major question: was JayZ at those events? And if not, why was he so desperate to see the footage destroyed? Was it damage control or something deeper? JayZ is one of the most careful and strategic figures in the business. He rarely says anything that isn't calculated, so if these emails are legit and he really told Diddy to burn the footage, it means he was either protecting himself or someone else. One message in the thread reads, "You don't get what's coming. If that stuff leaks, they'll bury us." That doesn't sound like caution. That sounds like someone who knows exactly how bad it is.
You've made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. I look forward to showing you just how different I am.
I think that this just needs to be looked at in kind of a measured way. Unlike the media is treating some people in the media, you know, Pete Hegseth being one of them, where they automatically hear an allegation and they run with it. I think that this needs to be treated in a measured type of way. We don't need knee-jerk societal reactions. Anybody can make allegations against somebody, and people who are rich and famous are particularly targets.
Next voice was Jay, trying to protect his brand, his business partners, or his marriage. Or was he trying to save Diddy from something even worse? Two main theories are circulating online. One suggests Jay was involved in planning or hosting the events but wasn't fully aware of what was really going on. The other says Jay saw the tapes and realized they could link him at least by association, if not directly. If this was just about someone else's mistake, would he really say things like "they'll bury us"? Or was he a man who knew that Diddy's secret collection was bigger and darker than anyone thought?
We've got some breaking news to get to. A civil lawsuit has been filed against JayZ, saying the rapper raped a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. The suit alleges that JayZ, whose real name is Sean Carter, raped the girl after the Video Music Awards alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The victim says she was invited to an after party after being spotted by a limo driver and was then assaulted by both rappers. JayZ is calling this a blackmail attempt. He released a statement on social media responding to the lawsuit, and Texas attorney behind the legal action saying in part, "These allegations are so heinous in nature, you have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I look forward to showing you just how different I am."
To really grasp how deep this goes, we need to step back and look at their history. This isn't just some random email thread. It's tied to decades of connection and a complex past. JayZ and Diddy aren't just peers, they're longtime collaborators. They've co-hosted exclusive events, mentored the same artists, and stood side by side as icons of black mogul success. On the surface, they've always been a power duo: Rock Nation and Revolt, Cyrock and Ace of Spades, luxury and legacy. But beneath the smiles and speeches, there's always been something quieter: careful distance, a calculated space between them.
The twist in a high-profile lawsuit accuses rapper JayZ of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The lawsuit, originally filed in October, was refiled today to include JayZ as a defendant.
Everyone connected to Diddy is finally being exposed, and it looks like Diddy is snitching on his co-conspirators to get a shorter sentence.
Rap and media mogul JayZ now accused of a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant, but it was just refiled today to include JayZ now. The anonymous accuser alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an after party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly after, JayZ and Diddy entered the room where she was resting sexually.
Insiders now say that distance wasn't just emotional, it was protective. Both men knew their empires relied on perception, and perception demanded control. Over the years, they shared event planners, security teams, and PR experts. So if Diddy was secretly filming, there's a good chance JayZ's team knew or at least got close to finding out. Some now speculate their friendship wasn't just about music or business, but shared secrets too risky to put on paper. If those secrets were captured on camera, it explains the panic in the emails and the silence we're seeing from both sides. JayZ might not have hit record himself, but he may have helped shield the person who did. And that's where things shift from suspicious to possibly criminal.
It is a new hour here on Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that JayZ is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit, and the new allegations are just coming out this evening. JayZ is being accused of raping a minor along with Diddy at a MTV VMAs after party back in 2000, according to documents obtained by Fox News Digital tonight. The lawsuit, which was initially filed back in October, was refiled tonight in New York by an anonymous accuser claiming JayZ, whose full name is Sean Carter, raped her while Combs and Celebrity B watched. So that other celebrity was not named. Initially, the lawsuit stated Combs raped the minor while Celebrity A and Celebrity B watched. Carter was named as Celebrity A in the refiled lawsuit. Representatives for JayZ did not immediately respond to Fox News' digital request for comment. Combs and Carter allegedly, quote, took turns assaulting the minor, according to the lawsuit. Many others were present at the after party, but did nothing to stop the assault, it alleges. The 13-year-old girl was dropped off at Radio City Music Hall by a friend as she wanted to attend the MTV Video Music Awards back in 2000, according to the lawsuit. In an attempt to gain entry to the venue, she began approaching limousine drivers waiting outside the celebrity-filled event. One of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for Diddy, the lawsuit read. He told her that Combs liked younger girls and said that, quote, she fit what Diddy was looking for, not allowing her into the awards, but inviting her to an after party. The 13-year-old, quote, recognized many celebrities upon arrival at the party and was required to sign a non-disclosure agreement. However, she was not given a copy. Combs, who would have been 30 years old at the time, then allegedly attempted to force the girl to perform oral sex on him. He stopped after she hit him in the neck, according to the lawsuit here. So now JayZ being accused in this now 24 years ago, raping a 13-year-old alongside Diddy at an after party here. So these are the newest allegations rocking the music world this evening, and we wanted to bring that to your attention all right here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, we will continue to follow this major story as the Diddy saga continues, and now more celebrities getting caught up in it here. These new allegations rocking Hollywood and the music industry as we speak right now.
In regards to those lawsuits, she has not put out a statement. She's been very quiet, and of course she's going to be dealing with this for a very long time, and so she needs to pay that up. I don't believe that any of these people have their own coin. They have not worked in a day of their life. They've got golden spoons or IVF, fluids running through their veins. They don't really do anything for work outside of Diddy. They basically just use Diddy for his money. I don't know what jobs they've done. I don't know what kind of brand, merchandise, YouTube channel, none of these, projects, none of these sons have any of that. So
he's a rapper, isn't he? I don't know if he make money, but isn't he was on some shows and different things. They just showed a picture of him in concert.
Who else might be on the footage the emails mention? Alistair's young guests, and people who can't be exposed. This isn't just panic, it's damage control pointing to a big network. The emails don't name celebrities, but fans linked it to 2016 events, especially a high-security no-phone yacht party meant for artists and influencers. Rumors say some guests were recorded without knowing, possibly while compromised by alcohol or drugs. The leaked messages show there was content worth hiding. Some online say politicians, athletes, and actors might also be involved. One tweet said, "If the footage has half the people, we think Hollywood will melt." We don't know exactly who's on the tapes, but the fear isn't just JayZ or Diddy, it's anyone with a name and a brand. If the footage is real and recorded without consent, the legal trouble could be massive. U.S. laws protect privacy, and secretly recording can be a federal crime. Adding drugs, minors, or trafficking makes it worse. The emails themselves could be obstruction of justice because telling someone to destroy evidence is illegal. Even if JayZ never handled the footage, his message to burn it makes him part of the case.